Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here, and I have this aggressively average content for you today. I had to start this morning off with a joke because it's Monday, and I know many of you are heading to work. I know many of you are like, ugh. So if you've never checked out the Bearable Bulls channel, if you're into crypto, go check him out. He's pretty awesome. I decided to do a very over-the-top impression of him. I hope it gets back to him, and I hope he enjoys it. If not, well, I will do better. So anyway, I do have some rather, well, I guess, I don't know, call it aggressively average, call it aggressively whatever you want. Today, we're going to do this just a touch different. Last night, cleansed and charged all decks, cleansed and charged the stones, did some gridding, and yeah, spent all day doing it. So, we're gonna work with a deck I've never worked with before until today. I did work with one of my newer decks for a private reading. That one seems like I need to study up on it a little bit more. But Spirit Animal Oracle is with us today, so we're going to be working with that for the first time. I'm going to do it the same as I do with the guide cards. We're going to pull one guide, and we're going to pull Spirit Animal guides. We're going to see what kind of energies we're working with today. And I've always wondered, what makes Mondays so horrible? Now, today I'm kind of lucky. I've got today off, so I don't have to deal with many people who are going to be very antsy, but I know the next 2 days that moon is getting fuller. People are going to be a little more off their hinge, I think. Also, some news. The cat, Mr. Bub, has designated this his sleeping spot now. So after readings, he doesn't jump up on the table for the readings. He does happen to stop by every once in a while for the head pets and ear scritches, but he has decided that once all this is cleared away and everything's good, he's going to lay right there and he's going to sleep. I know this because I woke up in the morning to find him curled up right here where the triquetra is. So, fun times. So, hope you have your cup of tea or cup of coffee ready. If not, feel free to pause to do that now. And when you're back, we'll go ahead and get this party started. Okay, so I love that. Let's get this party started. Pre-game's already done. Let's see who guide one is today. Oh boy. Scotty. Thank you for showing up today. Scotty, as most of you may know, is a goddess of the hunt. She is a mountain goddess. She is also a Jotun who married into the family, so to speak. There we go. So here we go. Nope, not that one. Go a little further, I think. Here we are. I'm sure many of you remember the movie The Matrix, where the Neo goes to visit the Oracle. I'm just going to turn that off for a minute. There we go. Okay. So as many of you have seen in The Matrix, the Neo is taken to see the Oracle. He goes into the kitchen where she is. She's baking cookies, and she points out a sign that in Latin reads, "Know thyself." And that's exactly what Scotty is all about, because it is the most important of life's work. Express your independence, let authenticity be your guide. Compromise is a part of every relationship, but when compromise pushes you to be someone you're not, a change should be made. There's an easier way to do things and just speak plainly, which is what we do here. So the next card Let's see what kind of animal energies, what kind of down to earth kind of stuff is going on. We've got the starfish spirit, which is open to infinite possibility. And since I've never worked with this deck, I will have to kind of go with the book on this one a little bit. Forgive me, it's going to be one of those things that I do, at least for now. So, again, this is apparently, it's a protection message. So when cynicism says no, the starfish spirit says yes 1,000 times over. Are you willing to entertain new possibilities? Are you limiting your goals in order to be realistic and cutting yourself off from the power of dreaming big? Let go of your rigid beliefs about what is possible for you. Let starfish spirit inspire you to open your heart and your eyes to what spirit has available to you. Now's the time to stretch beyond the familiar and unfurl yourself, for you are meant for more than you are imagining for yourself. Spirit wants the best for you and will support you in achieving whatever intention you hold dear. Let's go back to some things we talked about last week. Getting into your truth, getting into, getting that spirit in tune with the mind and body, making them work together. I mean, we got some protection messages here. So it's time to stop being afraid. Stop being a little bit of a scaredy cat and get on with it, right? I'm thinking so. And I'd be willing to bet the cards are going to bear that out. Let's see what we got. Okay. So we are... Yeah, it's bearing it out. It really is. Looking at this, I can tell you right now that it looks like we're being a little too realistic in some ways. We're not this is showing us that we should be balancing out, because if we're too quick, we are going to be kind of left out in the dust, and that's never a good sign. So I would say with this one, be a little careful. Don't be too careful. That's what's messing us up. We're being a little too careful today. At least that's what those three cards together are telling me. Now we are very charitable, but we're also very charitable to a fault. I mean, a fault. We've got a lot of we take a lot of direct action when we shouldn't, and it is kind of leading us to a little bit of a loss there. So don't be charitable. That's fine, but don't be charitable to a fault. Don't give in to pie in the sky thinking. Don't give in to pie in the sky stories, especially. I know at times we really want to give our all. We want to give our best. Even then, now is the time to kind of think outside the box a little bit. If you think outside the box, you can actually avoid that. So for the cosmos, what does the cosmos have to tell us? What is the universe telling us today? Oh, wow. Oh, wow, okay. Wow, that's a beautiful message. So, something I read in Rebecca Campbell's book. Rebecca Campbell is the author of these cards as well. Was she said, she reiterates this all the time. We know we want to be out. We want to be out there. We want to be in that high state all the time. Unfortunately, we can't. Sometimes we have to ground ourselves a little bit. We have to kind of come back to reality. The thing is, what you're being told right now is, don't let your reality hold you down. be here now. It goes back to that card that says be in the world but not of it. I think it was Earthed. We chose to be here at this time, at this place, for whatever reason. We're trying to understand that. We're trying to get back to that. We're facing some very real possibilities, and some of them are not great. To be honest, some of those possibilities are not great. So we're all going through this time where we're waking up. We're starting to see things. We're starting to see through a lot of stuff. We're starting to see through advertisements. We're starting to see through mainstream media. We're starting to see through some alternative media too. Believe it or not, just because it's alternative does not make it, fact. We're starting to see through that. What this spread right here is telling us is we do need to. This one is saying see the light by staying grounded. So don't overwhelm yourself with reality. Find that balance between the two. You are going. There's a lot of rock bottom here with this cracked open card. We're seeing the cracked open card. We're seeing this Five of Pentacles. And Five of Pentacles, any fives are never really that great, to be honest. But when you're at, if you find yourself just waking up, it's messy, it's crazy, and it sucks sometimes. As much as it could be a great thing, it can also be a real downer. But that's okay. We know you're vulnerable. We know that things aren't exactly ideal. But this is where you get to kind of work on that a little bit. And when you get to work on it, you get to kind of change things. Remember, keep with that. Figure out where that flow is and where you can kind of like go in. It's like merging into traffic. You're seeing a lot of traffic and you're like overwhelmed. Don't worry about that. Figure out where you can merge in and then just keep going. You're going to flow with it. It's going to be fine. And then jump in. This is where things may change pretty soon, but whatever that change is, say yes to it. You may not want to, but just embrace it, because when you do, you're going to find that the changes are usually for the better. And finally, we've got the runes here. So we got Ingus, we've got Ansus, and we've got Nauthies. I love it when Nauthies pops up in a spread like this, because it usually means something great. And for Ingus, I remember, what was that one? Ingus. Okay, so here's what it is. With Ingus, this is sort of that fertile and explosive power, but here's the thing, profound strength, that grows slowly. So don't take any shortcuts. Make use of stored power. So whatever you can leverage today is a great thing. Positive power of the masculine is available for all. That's men and women. Take action and just learn by doing. What we're doing today with the spirit animal oracles. With Ansus literally translated means mouth or breath, which we all live our lives in one breath of a god somewhere. But have clear thinking, and don't deny what someone or something really is in favor of a kind of perspective. Find order in the chaos. So we've inherited both positive and negative aspects from our ancestors, and it's useful to know both, because the universe is conspiring to open up new ways for you. What have we been saying the whole time? This looks like a go with the flow kind of moment, right? Skadi certainly did for a while, and she found that it might not have been for her. She didn't want to live with her husband, so they came to a compromise. They would spend 9 nights in one spot, 9 nights in where she wanted. And we have Nauthies. Nauthies, I think, is a great one. Yep. Okay, so again, we're being pointed toward moderation. No extreme of one or the other. You can't afford that right now. That's what's going to leave you out in the cold. Don't do that. Break free from any obsessions. So just let go of whatever is not really serving you right now. Again, I mean, this looks like kind of the same message over and over again, and I'm not sure who this needs to reach, but it needs to reach you. You're watching this right now, and you're seeing that maybe you're leaning too far in one direction, not far enough in the other. Well, start kind of sitting up straight. You know, take that middle path. You may be a very spiritual person. It's time to be a little more secular. If you're a little too secular, maybe it's time to kind of explore that spirit a bit. If you're just swinging from one to the other, get a little mental. A little more cerebral. Get into your mind. Enrich that a little bit. Kind of find this is a day where you're going to fine tune yourself, and that's important because fine tuning is going to be everything. And this looks like the setup for the week. And I'd be willing to bet, if you can hold me to this, I'd be willing to bet that every card reading for the next week into the weekend reads the same or similar or points to something we have here. Okay, that's it for me. I know you got to get out of here. I got to get this thing in the pipe. As always, I love you guys. Shine on.